It's it's taken a while, but I'm starting to realize a little bit about me and my energy. I mean, when I was a child, I was literally wild. I had the term ants in the pants personality because I just could not sit still. Too much energy. I was always buzzing, 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 buzzing like a bee. But see, adults couldn't understand me because I was just so wild. And but when I was still, when I was still, they called me lazy. They called me lazy when I was still. And then when I was on the move, when I was buzzing wildly, they called me crazy. They called me a fanatic, a maniac, just because I had so much energy and I couldn't sit still. Of all of the three stages of the human life, child, teenager, adult. Adults are the most misunderstanding, I reckon, because you see, the adults have been around longer than the teenager and the child, so they always give out the assumption that they know best, and they always want to tell you how to do this and how to do that. It's not their fault, but for a teenager and a child, that is just frustrating and difficult. So, yeah. Whereas a child doesn't stress about all that thinking that adults do. They just express themselves. They're loud. They're proud. They're honest. Brutally honest sometimes. Teenagers, they just wanna be left alone. They just wanna do their own thing. They just wanna be in a zone and hang out with their own kind. And then adults, of course. Well, adults suffer the most because they're suffering from jealousy because they envy the teenagers and they envy the child because being an adult sucks and it's hard. So they're constantly looking at the child and the teenager thinking, oh, you're so lazy and this and that. When in reality, they're just suffering with jealousy because they'd love to be a teenager or a child again because they've come to the realization that adulting sucks and they feel cheated because, yeah, if they'd known what adulting would be like, I'm sure no one would sign up for it. But, so yeah, it's a funny thing. But regardless, even as an adult, the child and the teenager is still within you. And it comes out every now and then, randomly. And this can cause a lot of commotion because sometimes it comes out in the most inappropriate situations and settings. Like if you start acting childish during a adult meeting, yeah, the other adults are gonna frown on you. But yeah, so just fresh out the bath, sharing some, expressions, they're just messages coming to my head, so I thought I'd record it and share it with you. I'm sure many of you can relate, nod your head to it and be like, yeah. And some will be like, oh, what is he talking about? He's a fucking idiot. Those will probably be the adults. Sorry, not sorry, it's true. I'm an adult now, so I know. I hear other people talking sometimes and I say they talk nonsense because that's just my adult mindset, my adult mentality. I can't help it.